I've been having some trouble with Home Assistant these last few weeks. It started crashing for some reason. It was very strange. The Zigbee network dropped out, then other services had just stopped working, and the whole thing would just lock up. So some of the interface would still work, but it was a case of having to do a full reboot. The first 2 times it happened, I did a full reboot and everything came back up, so I just kind of thought, maybe it's one of those things. But the last time I did reboot, waited, nothing, it didn't come back to life. So I left it off for 10 minutes, rebooted it again and it came back. So this time I thought, okay, I better investigate a bit further. I hooked a monitor up to my Home Assistant setup. So I've got a Raspberry Pi 4 with 8 gig of RAM. I've got a Crucial BX SSD 0.5 terabyte hard drive on that, and then the Zigbee USB stick as well. So hooked a monitor up, switched it on and left it for half an hour. What it came up with was undervoltage errors, which I've not seen before. Now, bear in mind this has been running for 6 months at least with the hard drive, and everything's been working fine. It's only just recently, over the last maybe month or so, that I've started having issues. So it sounds like a power supply issue, but then why would it just start suddenly? I don't know. So I powered it down and checked out the power supply. It's a 5 volt 3 amp power supply, which should work fine. Maybe it's going faulty, I don't know. So I thought I'll swap that out. So I've got a genuine Raspberry Pi power supply. Now that's 5.1 volts at 3 amps. So the only difference there is the 0.1 volt, which surely shouldn't make much of a difference. So I plugged that in and it's been a week now and that's been working fine. So I'm pretty sure I've solved the problem. I'm pretty sure it was the power supply. Now, whether it's just the 0.1 volt that makes such a difference and it's only just shown up now, or whether the power supply itself has started to fail. I've had that power supply on, I've used it on older Raspberry Pis, and I've had that certainly since I very first installed Home Assistant, so it's been there for at least 3 years now. Just thought it'd be interesting to let people know that if you start having issues, especially with like external devices like the hard drive and the USB stick starting to stop responding and the services failing like the Zigbee network, then it might be worth just checking your power supply or checking the logs just to see if there are any of these voltage, under voltage sort of errors. Hope that's of use. I shall see you next time round.